Let me know, Jeremy. You're good. Okay. All right, it is 9:01. Call the meeting to order. Becky, can you do roll call?
I sure will. Jack Scragstead,
Here.
Allie Huss. Here. Dean Friel,
Here.
Katie White, Ron Gascoigne,
Here.
Chris Norberg.
Okay. I see no visitors today, so we'll just go ahead and did Greg put the mass transit report at all in there?
It's on the onboard and it'll be in the agenda packet, but he didn't get it to me in time to post on our website.
Okay, all right, great. So for those who look at those, that'll come out as soon as it's available on the public forum. Okay, please mute your phones. I gotta check mine because I'm usually the worst. Hold on. Stand by. We're good. Okay, all right. So let's see where we at here. All right, so let's go to the approval of the minutes. Hopefully everyone had took a chance to look at the minutes. If there's no changes or corrections to the minutes from the November 10th meeting, anything? Bueller, anything? Okay, all right, so then they'll stand as presented. So then let's just jump right into the different departments. We'll start with Transportation, Solid Waste. Dave Anderson, would you like to walk through the committee through your report and the two action items on the agenda?
Okay, yep, pretty short report. All of our construction projects are complete for the year. And if they weren't, they would be now. So anyway, we got them completed before the snow. And then so right now our efforts in the office are concentrated on putting together all the 2026 projects for both county and township. So that's pretty active schedule, getting all that stuff ready. And I would expect next month they'll bring to you a list of the projects that are planned and then the letting schedule. So if you want to attend the lettings on them, that's great. If you don't have to. So we'll be getting that out to you. Obviously, maintenance crews, their main focus has been snow and ice removal here for the last couple of weeks. And looks like that'll be ongoing as well. And just as a reminder, we have one shift that works. And depending on the snow event, if it's say coming in overnight or whatever, it's typically a 4 a.m. start. And if need be, we'll run to about 7 p.m. And then guys got to go home and get some sleep and probably get up and do it again the next day if duty calls. Every storm's a little different. All the timing is a little bit different. So obviously those start and stop times shift around. But typically, if you're in a big weather event and it's necessary, it's a 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. sort of situation. So what that means is overnight, things get a little hairy on county roads if there's drifting and such going on. And we just got to get to it in the morning, and not everybody's first in the morning. We have to start somewhere and we have to end somewhere on a route. So we have 9 guys and, their routes are somewhere around on the average of up 25 miles. And just another little point of interest, our routes are generally disjointed as well. We don't have, let's say, like a Route 30 that just crosses the county, right? We have this road and then we have to move up and get this road and then over here to get that road. That's kind of a typical route. Nobody is just kind of straight back and forth. So in that, there's just inefficiency in that, but that's just the way our county roads are. There's nothing we're going to do about that. So just as a reminder, hopefully weather clears out here at some point. We don't put up with this all the way through February, but that's sort of the procedure. So going to action items, what you have there is a joint funding agreement for federal funds and then a local match, and that'll be for a mill and fill project, a milling and then filling with hot mix asphalt on Brooklyn Road, and that'll go from Route 30 to Route 251. And then there's a corresponding appropriation resolution out of county matching. So IDOT wants to see that particularly appropriated, been appropriated via the budget in terms of the total dollars, but there's a resolution that goes along with the agreement. I'll attach the agreement, send to IDOT. So those are the two action items.
All right. Any questions for Dave? Just wanted to comment that, you know, you never really think about, you know, how many guys you really have on the road. And so we appreciate them out there and what they're doing for the roads for us to get from to and fro places. So. All right. So reference the joint funding agreement. Is there a motion to move the joint funding agreement for the federally funded construction on Brooklyn Road to executive committee for the inclusion on the county board? First by Ali Hust, second by Ron Gascoigne. Is there any discussion on this? No discussion. All right. All those in favor signify saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Same. Motion carried. All right. For the appropriation resolution for the matching funds on the Brooklyn Road HMA project. Okay. Is there a motion to move the appropriation resolution for matching funds for the Brooklyn Road HMA project to the executive committee for inclusion on the December county board agenda? Moved by Dean Fraill, seconded by Ron Gascoigne. Any discussion on that? No discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carried. All right. Thank you, guys. All right. So let's move on to the next department. Assessor's Office. Jennifer, would you walk us through your report, please?
Good morning. Well, I will keep it brief. I will let you know that we have officially wrapped up our 2025 assessment changes, 2024 assessment changes, and we are currently preparing the file to turn over to publication. So that is going to be turned over either today or tomorrow. Publication date is going to be December 31st with a filing deadline for appeals that will be January 30th based on that December 31st publication date. So we have finally made it. We are there. That's where we are at with that. So we look forward to that happening. Things will be ramping up in our office with those notices going out in the mail and publication in the paper. So that's basically where we're at with our office right now. And Board of Review hearings will be happening after January 30th then.
All right. Any questions for Jennifer?
Okay.
Thank you, Jennifer, for
Okay.
everything. All right. Sammy, would you like to walk us through your report?
Sure. Thank you, Jack. Good morning, everybody. The GIS department, we continued our ongoing parcel data maintenance by processing all October parcel splits and combination requests, including updating zoning, land use, and other GIS layers across all mapping platforms. In support of public safety, we maintained and updated NG 911 and 911 GIS datasets, ensuring accuracy and consistency across public safety mapping systems. Additionally, we provided the Dixon Fire Department with the city boundary GIS layer to support the integration of their new reporting system. We also implemented Esri's WebGIS DR tool to ensure dependable ArcGIS enterprise backup and to improve system reliability. To support zoning operations, we completed iWork system training and attended a demonstration highlighting the system's GIS tools and capabilities. We also supported the zoning department by scanning and printing the required maps. Finally, we are reviewing infrastructure requirements with vendors and the IT department to ensure successful migration of parcel data to Parcel Fabric solution and complete transition to ArcGIS Pro. That's all I have. Any questions, please?
Any questions for Sammy? All right. Thank you, Sammy.
Thank you.
All right. Let's move into the county board. Jeremy, do you have anything to supply with us information?
I think I just wanted to thank UCCI for the educational session they gave us yesterday on battery storage, grid reliability, solar and wind, renewable energies, and things like that. It's very, very informational. There was a great turnout. I think there's roughly 40-ish people there from the region, Lee County, Ogle County, Whiteside County. We had a representative from Will County, Bureau County. So it was a great turnout. Very, very informational, and it was just nice to see a great contingent from Lee County there as well. So thanks for all that came to that. I think I'd like to thank the maintenance department for finally getting our Christmas up. We had a tree downstairs that was hanging out, and I asked them the other day if it was going to be decorated before Christmas, and I think they were a little flustered because they had a lot of snow to clean up. So it's good to poke some buttons every once in a while. So we thank everybody for their patience with that, and continue to look forward to potentially more snow. So thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Jeremy. I just want to comment about reference last night. That was, I heard the guy during the Galena conference, and this gentleman provided much more information. I think he had a little more time and latitude. He had a small room to work with. And some of the things that I think we have for Lee County, we have our work cut out for us to help with on how we can help our citizens get better pricing on our electricity. But it seems like it's a hard reach for that, but see what we can do. So anyways, moving on. Next one is a county clerk and recorder. Nancy, would you like to walk us through your report?
Sure. Thanks, Jack. Good morning. First floor election department is just working behind the scenes, getting everything ready for the up and coming primary election in March. January, it's going to be here before we know it, and we start putting together vote by mail ballots. And it's a very timely procedure. If anyone would ever like to come in and see what all goes into the procedure that we put together to someone that requests a vote by mail ballot. And then I can't stress enough that it gets mailed out to them, and then they'll call and say that they didn't want to vote that. The time and money that's involved in putting that together is staggering. Second floor office, we're rolling into tax extension time. So they're taking in a lot of paperwork for that on the second floor, which keeps them very, very busy. And as of right now, we do not have anyone that has filed for to be a write-in. That deadline is January 15th. And that's my report. Any questions?
Any questions for Nancy? Thank you very much, Nancy. All right, we're going to go down to IT. Paul is not here, nor a report. Chris Tennyson is not here for ROE, but he did supply us a report. Jim Gorman from Veteran Assistance is not here, and he did not provide a report. So the next up is Alice, the zoning. Alice, would you like to walk us through your report and the action items that you have on the agenda?
Sure. Good morning. Action items going to the zoning hearing officer on Tuesday, December 30th. And this is a change. We're typically on a Wednesday evening, but because Wednesday is New Year's Eve, we're doing it the day before. This petition it consists of approximately 26 parcels. The petitioner is the estate of Richard Fluck. Mr. Fluck was the owner and developer of Coyote Corner Phase 1 and Phase 2. Coyote Corner Phase 1 has been developed. Coyote Corner Phase 2 has not. His widow is in the process of administering his estate at this time. She wishes to sell the land as farmland. So she's in the process of unplatting that subdivision. And part of that will be a petition to amend the map to from R2 to Ag 1. Action going to the Planning Commission on January 5th. We don't have any new petitions. We do have one pending still. That is a petition for text amendment regarding building codes. So the Planning Commission will continue their discussion on January 5th. Action coming from the zoning hearing officer this month, we had 3 petitions. Petition 25P 1654, 1655, and 1656. These petitions are by Pivot Energy, Pivot Energy IL 258, 259, and 260. They received their special use permit for all 3 of these projects in August of this year. Then they found out that one of the projects did not receive interconnection from ComEd. So they came back and requested to amend their special use permits to allow for battery storage in both projects instead of just one. And it shifted the site plan a little bit, allowing them to shift into that area that will not be utilized by the 3rd project. These petitions were heard by hearing officer Tim Slavin. At the time the company came in to petition for this, we did not have attorney Brian Brim named as the hearing officer permanently. So Tim Slavin did hear these petitions, and it was his recommendation to the board that all 3 be approved. The first approval of petition number 25P 1654 and 1655 will amend the existing special use permits. Approval of petition number 25P 1656 will grant their revocation of their 3rd special use permit. There is no action coming from the Planning Commission this month. In the zoning and building office, we have been working to establish iWork, which is a software for our office. Jared and Joe have been working to build out the the permitting module and the compliance module, and they're getting ready to roll that out to the public here in the near future. I recently started working with them on the planning and zoning module. Another issue that we had come up is accessory dwelling units. I brought this issue last year to a couple of board members. Accessory dwelling unit would be like a secondary home on a parcel that's already got an established dwelling. In the last year, we started receiving regular requests for this type of use. We were getting about 2 requests per year, and now we're getting about 2 requests per month. The purpose of this is often to house an aging parent, to house a family member who is living on site to care for an aging parent, or to house disabled adults who need independence but can't live on their own. So I've reached out to all of the departments to get their input on this. So I will be putting together a text amendment, and I will be bringing that forward next month. Any questions?
Any
Alan,
questions for?
If I remember correctly, it's gone over, each one of those additional dwellings has to have their own septic, is that correct?
That will be up to the health department. However, but yes, there will be specific requirements. We're looking to model off of LaSalle County at this time. They have a pretty good ordinance in place that covers all the issues. So we're looking to build off of that one.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any questions? All right. All right, so let's walk through the 3 petitions coming from the zoning hearing office. We'll start with petition 25P 1654. So is there a motion to move petition number 25P 1654 with the corresponding resolution to the executive committee for inclusion on the December county board agenda? Moved by Ally Huss, seconded by Ron Gascoigne. Any discussion on that? No discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same, motion carried. All right, let's move to the 1655. Is there a motion to move petition 25P 1655 with the corresponding resolution the Executive Committee for the inclusion on the December County Board agenda. Moved by Ron Gascoigne, seconded by Dean Friel. Any discussion on that? No discussion. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. All right, petition 1656, is there a motion to move petition 25P 1656 with a corresponding resolution? The Executive Committee for the inclusion on the December County Board agenda. Moved by Ron Gascoigne, seconded by Dean Friel. Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. All right, so that we have no petitions coming from the Planning Commission. Now, there's an energy storage systems moratorium. Alice, the gentleman last night talked about the storage, battery storage, and how popular it's kind of getting. Do we have something in the works for that?
So we are looking to, with this energy omnibus bill, it includes standards for battery storage or energy storage.
Right.
So we'll be looking to get in line with whatever the state is requiring.
I was
when
going to say, no sense of rewriting it, but, just pretty much copying off of what they've asked, then, correct?
Correct.
All right.
And 4 years ago, when the state incited the wind and solar standards, I believe it was one of the county groups had an attorney develop a draft that we end up working with as well. So I
Right.
don't know if that will be happening, but
Okay.
I'll be looking into that.
Okay.
With this moratorium, I did change it to broaden it a little bit from battery energy storage to energy storage. The technology is changing. I want to make sure that we're encompassing all the types of energy storage that are available. Additionally, it says that it will be in place until the end of March unless the state passes something that's going to require us to do
Okay.
something sooner.
You never know I'm on that. Okay, all right, so that was my question. So is there a motion to move the energy storage system moratorium to the Executive Committee for inclusion on the December County Board agenda? Moved by Ron Gascoigne, second by Dean Friel. Any more discussion on that? No discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Okay, no unfinished business, no new business, executive session, none. Is there a motion to adjourn? Moved by Dean Friel, seconded by Ali Huss. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?